What is up, guys? Randy here, Nerds Templar. This is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate AI League Set 2. We're on the red division, back to the red. Red, green, blue, yellow is the order that we take. We are in the Dreamland for our springy season. And we got big mushrooms, we got little mushrooms, we got bunny hoods, and we got 10 matches for you. We're starting things off with Jigglypuff and Yoshi, because Jigglypuff had a bye. Yoshi is 1-0 right now. Marth versus Terry is the second match. That's a 1-0 Marth and a 0-1 Terry. Marth, new to the division. Terry, new to the league. Jiggly, of course, also new to the division. Yoshi has been here. Zelda, 0-1, taking on 0-1 Greninja. Zelda has been here before. Greninja new to the whole thing. You probably already know this. Lucario, or you probably don't actually. Lucario versus Pit. Young Link versus Donkey Kong. Ryu versus Brawler. Peach is taking on Byleth. Dr. Mario is taking on King K Rool. That should be a good one. Then we got Kirby versus Simon. And then finally Mario versus Hero, which we should have maybe changed up because, oh, I guess we didn't have Hero last time. I don't know what I'm thinking. So that's fine. That is what we got. Pyra is on a bye. A Byra. Let's just do it, Jigglypuff. It's you, and it's Yoshi. And I think we'll go one more set for each of our fighters here without any skins. Just do the regular thing, so let's do it. Alright, yeah. Still, of course, the start of our new season here. Officially Season 1, we had our whole Season 0, so there's still a bunch of content already out with this. Our pre-season season, if you will. Pre-series season, I suppose. And as I keep mentioning, we'll keep switching things up every season. The maps and everything. The middle of the divisions will swap places to keep things fresh. Top stays, the bottom stays. Jigglypuff, the bottom of Yellow Division last season, so she is now here. So we only had a few last season, and so the bottom of the divisions moved. But now, since we have every fighter in the league, it's going to be those middle guys. Yoshi taking an extremely easy first knockout there because of the failed sleep, I believe. Jigglypuff got a little damage on that one though. Still, Yoshi looking good. He had only 20% when he got his first knockout on Jigglypuff. Yoshi, not a bad start, 1-0. We'll see. He made the playoffs last season, just good enough to stay in the red division over Link, who is now in the green. Oh no, Jigglypuff again. Oh man. A little more often than we usually see Jigglypuff. Not really even, I guess, use it that often. Or maybe she just doesn't get caught for some reason. I don't know. I mean, again, this is only... Actually, yeah, that's why. This is the first match for Jigglypuff. That's one reason we put it first. Of course, also up against someone who has a win. Jiggly had the bye last set, and so that's why we haven't seen that yet. Saw a little less last season because of all the Pokeball action. Now it's a lot more straightforward. Just those mushrooms and those bunny hoods. It's all up to you to do the rest of the work after growing, shrinking, or becoming very fast. Or getting blown around if we're talking about the map itself. A little more to that because we were on Battlefield last season. Yoshi actually looked like he might take a flawless here. Jigglypuff was the bottom. It was kind of tied for a while. It was back and forth who was the bottom of Yellow last season because it was actually pretty close in the entire bottom half. Right up to actually the ones that made playoffs. So they didn't even come close. I think they were eliminated only in the last set or two. The Yellow Division competitors were eliminated from playoff hopes. So they didn't honestly do all that bad. Jigglypuff finally getting one knockout Yoshi's not going to get that flawless victory. Sora was the only one in the blue division, the only one out of the entire league, I think, that got a flawless victory in the first set. So there's that. And he took on Ken. Yeah, Jigglypuff, I don't think she has much chance. Although she's stacking up the damage on the second stock of Yoshi's. Pacing around. She's just one hit away is all. There is another sleep, and there goes Yoshi. She's at 165. I don't think she has any way of bringing this back. That's a lot of percent. But she did take 2 stock in a row, so I guess, you know, you commend her for that. Ooh, I don't know how Yoshi didn't get that. Oh, there it is. We're definitely going to get eliminated that time. Yoshi got all 3 knockouts that way, as Jigglypuff slept away. Alright. 4-12 match, yeah. Yeah. We've seen longer. They have been a bit, wow, 18-25. Whew. I wonder which one that was. Wait, was that was Yoshi that got it, right? That had that. So one of the times, I guess, that maybe the first time that Jigglypuff missed the sleep. Marth. Wow, that might be our fastest launch speed ever. 1800 something? That was ridiculous. Gotta go back and find that one. Terry. So Terry lost. Terry's new to the league. Marth new to the division from yellow. Again, I think he may have actually been the bottom whenever all was said and done last season. Maybe. Actually, I guess I could just look up at the screen up right in front of my face. It was Jigglypuff. Marth was actually the top of the 3 tied at 7 and 13. So, not that it matters. They're all here. All of those. That's him, Jigglypuff, and Lucario. Pit also is here. Just 1 win ahead of them. But Marth has a win already this season, so none of that matters. He's 1-0 right now. He's undefeated. He started last season against Ike. I do remember that because I think he's on the thumbnail. So that wasn't exactly the easiest start for him. Doesn't have to deal with Ike this season, at least in the regular season, so there's that. Does have to deal, however, with Terry. And Terry, he lost to Hero, so we shall see about that. Hero, I put him in the last match today, so some hopes for him also because he's up against Mario. That was another reason for him in the last. Also, the reason Dr. Mario and King K Rool isn't second to last is because I just wanted to space out Dr. Mario and Mario at least by 1 match. So it's the only reason Kirby and Simon are in between them. Kirby, in fact, lost even though he was the top of the division last season. Simon had a strong showing against Peach last set, so that should be a good one too. This is a pretty good one though here, as Terry is being told to go. And he hasn't gone yet. Yep, yeah, never mind. He has gone far enough away from the map not to return again until he comes back for his second stock, of course. 140 on Marth, though. It's not exactly much of a lead for him. And there it is. Terry, kind of evening things up here. 20% only on his second. That's nothing. Marth is big with Bunny Hood. Terry looks little with Bunny Hood. He was, yeah, I think, maybe. Oh. That's a poison mushroom, Terry. Marth grabs the big one now as Terry tries to make it back to the map as Mini Terry, and he is not going to. It is a lot harder to make it back to the map when you're small. That's actually one of the biggest things, probably, that's going to change things. One of the biggest hazards of the map, honestly. The way these fighters go at it on the edge. So like those more competent competitors out there in the real world. If you're really interested in watching somebody, there's a buddy of mine, a neighbor of mine, in fact, that I have, I think, still on my recommended channels. He just streams only Smash Bros. So you can check him out, B Combs. We're down to 1-1 though, and it's basically tied up. Terry's taking a bit of a lead here. And he's got the Hood of Bunny. A block. Oh, he dodges the big mushroom. That's not a good idea. Neither of them get it though. He loses his bunny hood at the same time Marth decides to grab the other one. Poison mushroom falls, somehow doesn't hit Marth. Terry does get it though. And whew, he's lucky he has like no percent on him right now. That didn't actually hit him though. 64 to 36 in favor of Terry, and Terry now doing some edge things maybe. Baiting Marth over there, and it worked, but nothing happening. Bunny hood again for Marth. Terry opted not to grab it, I guess. Looked like he was going to. That's a poison mushroom. Marth grabs it, and yep, that's it. Can't make it back to the map. He's too small. Terry didn't even need the full launch. The Marth had quite a bit of percent on him. Terry, it's a pretty good one. So, yeah. 4:33 match. Terry wins it. Sometimes you gotta wonder about the ones that are like more melee heavy. I don't know if Terry would be considered that or not, but yeah. I mean, the ones that have more options available, right? In terms of range, it should be a little better. Third match, Zelda. I am going to try to make these things a little quicker for you guys, even though we're under an hour now, which is a lot better than we were doing, because we had a lot more matches to go through last season. Zelda is taking on Greninja. Zelda did pretty well last season for herself. She's like middle of the pack in the red, but like 12 and 8, yeah, 12 and 8, 5th place. She lost her first match here though. So did Greninja, and he's new, totally, obviously. And again, last season we used everyone that was pretty much through, and including Smash Bros. Brawl, and then we disincluded a few of the Echo Fighters that were like above that within that time period. So anyone that was after Brawl is definitely a new character to the league, especially obviously like DLC and whatever. But Greninja, yeah, he can be considered one of those. So there we have it. But yeah, and I probably won't do it this season, but next season I'm also going to probably, unless you guys like it to be a little longer with a little extra commentary in between, I can cut that stuff out as well. That doesn't have to be in there. I could just stop talking during that time, wait, and then cut those pieces out of the video. So these could be a little shorter still, I suppose. Maybe next season we'll do that. You let me know in the comments what you think. Right now, Zelda off to a nice start. Greninja, nice shot there, takes her out. Greninja, I believe, had some trouble. It seemed like had some trouble doing damage in his last match. And he was up against Mario. An easy start for him here. Mario and then Zelda begin. But you pick up a win there, and that's pretty good. Of course, Zelda losing to Donkey Kong in our last match of the red set. Yeah, set 1, of course. Because that Donkey Kong and Zelda matchup That was a really important one in this division last season. Donkey Kong ended up 1 game ahead of her, winning 2 games out. They played the last game of the regular season last season as well. Zelda knocking Greninja out. Again, no real issue there. Only 53% on her. Greninja can't seem to land anything. For as fast as he is, even with a bunny hood too now. No mushrooms being grabbed, none really falling. We are high frequency, so wow. Zelda gets the big mushroom, doesn't need a whole lot of percent on Greninja, and down he goes. And that's that. Wow. 240 match. It wasn't flawless, but it was still fast. Yeah, he passed. Wow, that was almost the same launch speeds? Not quite. Zelda easily beats Greninja. Don't know what that means for Greninja. Lucario's up now. In fact, Lucario is up against Pit. And these are 2 newcomers from the yellow division. So it's a rematch in a new division. Pit, the better of the 2. Let's see here. Quickly, it's kind of easy to look up these guys in this division because there weren't so many of them. Lucario beat Pit the first time, and Pit beat Lucario the second time. So it's anyone's guess. Neither made the playoffs. It's kind of to keep this rivalry going, I suppose. Again, Pit won the last one. Lucario won the first. Pit tiny, back to normal size. No one grabs the mushroom below them. Bunny ears for Lucario. Now he's got 6. As if Lucario didn't have enough ears already. Oh, can't quite get Pit there, but he's at the disadvantage currently. Poison Mushroom and 104 to 84%. Pit is going to take advantage of that advantage. That strong side B takes Lucario down for that first stock. Pit is giant as well. Doesn't do a whole lot with that. Bad Mushroom, Lucario grabs it. Bad Mushroom, Pit grabs it. They're both tiny. Have we seen too much of the double tiny fight? But that's always fun, right? 101 on Pit on his first stock. Lucario finally able to get that. Kinds of brings it back. Now he dodges the good mushroom. Pit grabs it coming back from his respawn there. And there's a bad one for him, back to normal size. Dodging each other. Or just outright missing, not sure. Pit playing some bumper pull here. I don't know what that thing is, it just reminds me of a bumper pull ball. Or whatever. Bumper, baby. Yeah, that's what it's reminding me of. No, it's definitely, it looks like one of the balls with the... Yeah. Bad Mushroom, Pit. Does not grab it. Thinks twice about it. Wait. Hopping towards it until Lucario himself grabs it. That was great. Not good though for Lucario. He's back to normal size, but he's 114.39 on Pit. Pit with a huge advantage. Lucario dodges the side B. That was good. Grabs the Poison Mushroom again. He will... Oh, nice block of that. And nope. He only grabs the poison ones. Oh, blocks the energy ball. Pit does. Nice. There's another poison one. Lucario does not grab it this time. Of course, you can tell the difference slightly in the color. Regular mushroom is a regular color. Poison mushroom is dark red. Slightly darker red. Lucario finally loses that second stock, but he is, I don't know, 77 on Pit. He could bring this back. He could. Or he could just be done because he's small right now with 23% on him already. A nice block there, or he may have been in some trouble. Good mushroom falls off the side again with these guys. They just don't. We haven't seen him big very often. Pit's been big like twice. Lucario, I don't think he knows that there are good mushrooms. Because the only ones he grabs are the bad ones. And then he gets mad probably and stops grabbing mushrooms until another bad one spawns and he tries again. I'm kidding, of course, it's AI and they don't actually think. So there's a good one for Pit that just falls on him. That's a way to get him. Doesn't look like he's going to have much trouble here. He could. I mean, Lucario 50% only, 147 on Pit. And a bad mushroom being blown toward both of them and nobody gets it, surprisingly. Pit is knocked off 50-0 right now. One stock each. This is actually doable for Lucario. Oh yeah, a relatively long one. Lucario's big. Oh my goodness. Yep. Never mind. That's right. Lucario was big once before. He also didn't do anything that time though. 87. Not quite knocked off there. Pit very close to the win. Launching arrows, getting the big mushroom, trying for some big attacks now. Always a good idea. Missing though with him. And Lucario still has a chance. 87-58. It's almost back to even here. But whenever you're into the red, it's not quite even when the percent is that close. 106-64. Wow, what a match between these two. We'll see where they end up now in the red division. They could be a little better than they looked in the... Oh, no! Lucario, why? Why do we have to see it end this way? Oh, it was so good. It was so good. Lucario falls off the side, up B into the bottom of the map. Ah, it is so rough. Well, I was gonna say, we'll see how they do now in a new division. We're still kind of wondering how all the divisions. I feel like the green and the blue divisions were actually good divisions. I'm not really sure about what the yellow and the red were. They could have been good, they could have been mediocre, they could have been horrible for all we know. So the fighters, we don't know really where they're going to end up in new divisions now. That was ridiculous. Let's move on to the next one. Young Link, which is a new fighter to the league, and I have the wrong token here. Somehow. Young Link is first. And yeah, he was one of the fighters we neglected to add because we had Toon Link instead. And he's taking on Donkey Kong, so not easy. Donkey Kong number 4 from last season. And he is another of those 13 and 7s. The only, oh no, never mind. Yeah, he was, the top 4 were all 13 and 7. There were a lot in the entire league, but in this division, particularly, the top 4 were all that. He was, of course, at the bottom of that, but hey, still. This is almost like a match we've seen, because Young Link used to be here. I mean, Toon Link used to be in this division, and then he moved to the green because he was the worst. So we'll see if Young Link takes his spot as the worst in red. Oh, big hit by Donkey Kong. Doesn't quite do it. And of course, Young Link last time had to fight King K Rool, so he's been up against 2 really big fighters. In this season where we have big and small mushrooms, which could make it even worse for him. It does so there, and he loses the first stock. 111 on Donkey Kong, though. Link putting up a fight. Oh, misses. He's just so short. That's one of the biggest things with... oh, he fell. He just fell off the side. He just straight up fell off the side. That was worse than Lucario. But not as... but not as bad because it's just young Link in this fight that he might get completely swept in because of that. But yeah, it's really actually also huge whether or not you as a fighter can reach those platforms from below. If you can't, that makes a massive difference. So could be, you know, some changes we see later on in the series whenever the season reaches our final destination season with no additions. Easily Donkey Kong, second flawless victory of the season. Not for him, but just overall. Sora having the first. Donkey Kong gets the second of the season. 216. Young Link kind of helping him out there. And that was, yeah, extremely fast. Actually, 216 may have been our fastest. Have we? I don't think we've had a sub 2-minute match. I have to maybe go back and check that one, but I don't know. That might have been our fastest match so far. Ryu is up next. And that is also why I put it in the middle here. Versus Brawler. That's why I also put this one in the middle. It's Ryu versus the Mii Brawler. One or both of these could actually be decent fighters. Who knows? They both lost, though, so it's an 0-1 versus an 0-1 to begin the season for them. Maybe a decent matchup, honestly, for both of them, because they're both fighters. Although I think the Brawler, yeah, we saw that ball come out. He has a couple projectiles, I think, ranged attacks. Yeah, there it is. Looks like some kind of medicine ball. Or like giant shot put. Nice damage from Ryu there. Can't quite get the knockout. Brawler still got the percent advantage. 101 to 88. And he's just turned giant. If he can capitalize. Yeah. Bad mushroom. And Ryu capitalizes on that. Doesn't get the big mushroom though for himself. Now he's up. Oh, big damage there from the Mii Brawler. Not quite knocking Ryu out. That'll do it though. And now he grabs the big mushroom as Ryu spawns back and will pretty much even up Ryu with the immediate damage on return though. Oh, nice. Shot put onto Ryu as he's laying there. Oh wow, gets a quick knockout there, Ryu on the Mii Brawler. Ooh, nice shot put as Ryu's coming at him. Let's see if Brawler can get this quick again. Oh, he might. Oh, not quite. He had the super mushroom. He had a good chance. He has another super mushroom. 120 on Ryu. He just needs... There it is. Back to even again. Got the bunny hood as well. And it's anyone's game. Completely tied up. Brawler takes the advantage. Ryu back with the... on the offensive. Now it's Brawler again. Super mushroom, a nice big kick as Ryu's coming down, misses the shot put, gets the bunny ears, double bunny ears. Oh! backflip kick as Ryu is on that top platform. And again, speaking of platform, reaching Brawler while he's super big Brawler, able to reach that top platform from below. And down goes Ryu once again. Brawler taking a victory. Hey. You just never know with these new fighters, right? You don't know how any of them are going to do. It's always exciting to see how they're going to do against each other because it's just a complete mystery at that point. This time, it's a little less of a mystery because first we got Peach, one of the best in the league. She lost her first match, but she was number 2 overall last season. And she is taking on Byleth, who I guess we decided to just go with the male version, right? There's both the male and female, right? I think we're just going to stick with the male version. Actually, yeah, I think we'll stick with them. Yeah, we're going to stick with the male so I don't have to change it every time. But he almost looks more like a girl, to be honest. So. But that's alright. Seemed like a relatively strong character, if I'm not mistaken. Took on Marth. I think maybe it was close. That was actually the very first match of the season. Big ol' lance thing. Oh, wow. What a play there. Taking Peach out easily. That was scary. With that giant lance thing. That's my kind of weapon. Missing the Toad. Peach in some trouble. Byleth took like no damage yet. This is pretty crazy. Peach again, good. Lost already once to Simon, a newcomer. Lose again to another newcomer who lost to Marth, which is strange. But again, Marth, one of the newcomers from the yellow division. And that's the biggest question, is how the yellow stacks up against the red. And you know what? Yellow did last season play some interdivisional against the green, and they did pretty well. They held their own. They lost, I think. Green had 5 more matches won than they did, but yeah, I mean that was pretty good, all things considered. They were really close. Peach lucky that didn't take her out. She's at 96%, and that next swipe. Byleth seems pretty strong if you can get those hits. 123 on him now. Poison Mushroom. Peach maybe can take advantage of that. Surprising to see Peach do this bad. If we see someone take a flawless victory on her, that would be pretty ridiculous. Not gonna happen. She heard us. She didn't like what she heard. She has no chance to come back, though. Byleth. Sizing her up. Using focus energy. Got some nice hits in there. 79 on Peach right now. And another almost big hit. Peach blocks it. Dodges the next one. And not that one. 98%. She's probably one hit away now. Byleth easily taking it. Peach has just not had any chance, really. Maybe it's just Byleth's range keeps her out of it. Doesn't help when he turns big. Peach at 121. Poison Mushroom for Byleth, now back to normal size. She is grabbed and launched. Byleth very easily beating the number 2 from last season. Which again is a little strange after losing to Marth. I don't know. 350 match time. Only slightly longer because Byleth did not seem all that interested in finishing things. We're down to our last 3 matches already though, guys. And these are going to be doozies, as good as that one. Actually, I feel like most of these have been really good, honestly. In my humble opinion. These level 9 CPUs, they do put on a decent show, I'd say. Dr. Mario. I think he's going to put on a decent show for us. Against another one, King K Rool. Oh, man. This should be good. This is probably they'll probably be relatively high up here in the division, I would imagine. But they're both new, technically. Dr. Mario is an echo of Mario. Mario ended up number 3 last season, if that means anything. And King K Rool is massive, so that could be good. He also has an incredible up B to go with his bulk. We shall see how he does against the Doctor. And again, both of them won last time around. K Rool just had to take on Young Link. That wasn't very much of a problem. Jumping off Dr. Mario's head, and oh man, taking a quick, easy lead here is the big guy. You don't want that when you're the smaller competitor. Dr. Mario took out that Mii Brawler in his first one, which may have proved to be harder than K Rool's first match. But I don't know, down a bit now. Did a nice bit of damage though, 104 on K Rool. Dodges the big mushroom, luckily for Dr. Mario. Does a little more damage, needs the knockout though. Oh no, he's tiny. Drop kick from K Rool, can't quite get it. Another one, still can't get it. Almost got the big musket shooting cannonballs. Was able to knock Mario out during all that nonsense. Mario comes back, finally gets the first one from him, but he's got a little work to do here. He's got to maybe get some help from good mushrooms and not bad ones. There's a good one for him. Now you can see K Rool eye to eye, not working out for him though. There's one hit, that's all he got. Bad mushroom, he gets that, and oh man, almost the end of him right there because of it. Not going to take much more. K Rool grabs him again, smacks him off the ground, almost whips him out of the stage. Not quite. Big mushroom for Mario might save him a little longer here. 64 on K Rool, 132 on Dr. Mario though. Looks like King K Rool is going to take this one relatively easy, but you know, mushrooms fall in a different way. It could have been a little closer. Oh yeah, that's it. That is game. Dr. Mario getting pummeled at the end. There it is. And just in case any Donkey Kong fans are curious about Donkey Kong content on here, because I love Donkey Kong, I have ranked all of the Donkey Kong Country songs from the first three games and put them in order all together. Someday that will come out, and there is going to be a very long video with all the Donkey Kong music for you guys to listen to in the order that I think is best, from worst to best. But it's all so good, so it's amazing. Anyway, Kirby, second to last match, taking on Simon. This one should also be quite quite good. Hopefully a little better than that last one. Simon defeated Peach. New to the division, came in, beat Peach. Can he do the same to Kirby? Who knows? Who knows? Pit came into the division from the yellow and beat Kirby last set. So Kirby's 0-1 right now. That was also interesting. Pit defeating his old rival from yellow, Lucario, today puts him at 2-0, which is crazy. Kirby gets a knockout immediately, which is also pretty crazy. See, Simon just needs to connect with some of these crazy weapons of his and things will change. Yoshi floating around up there. Comes down, tries to put some oh, caught with that blade as he's going up, I think. That was crazy. Oh, caught by the back end of the blade. The boomerang blade. And there is Simon getting a couple of nice shots in there. Not quite enough to knock Kirby out, though. There it is. Big chain, still not enough. And launching him to the other side of the map, it didn't do it. Well, but Simon's got the big mushroom. That certainly will. 42% on him. Kirby just got a small mushroom. Simon easily could. Oh, nice block of the throwing axe by Kirby. A tiny Kirby there. A little bit more, trying to take more of a lead here, percent-wise. 19 to 65, 30 to 65. Ooh, dodges the incoming boomerang blade, but not that chain. Oh man, it looks like Simon just underneath that top platform with that up A, charged up A attack. It can't quite reach the top platform when he's standing below it, but that is close, and that is an incredibly long up A attack. And now he's big, so he can reach anything. Oh man, the damage. Grabbing Kirby, whipping him out of the map, and we've got Simon in the lead now. Taking control of this one, but he's at 118. Once he turns small, yeah, Kirby has a better shot now, but Kirby just turned tiny, so Simon is still big. Now he's even bigger again. He's still at 126 though, but harder to launch, of course, when you're bigger. 142%. Still has an extra. Nice dodging by Kirby, not that one though. He's at 36 right now though. Big mushroom for him. Gets Simon out. See if he can bring it back. He had the lead, and he's losing it very quickly here. 51% on him. He already lost it, I should say. No, Kirby, go up to... There you go. It's your own map. You can't do that on your own map, sir. That's the exact reason I made Mini Destination 2.0 for our Shorts League, because fighters in Season 1 kept getting stuck below the platform, so I made it pointy at the bottom so they don't do that. There's a little space at the very middle that's flat, but I don't think I've seen anyone get stuck there yet. Kirby making it back to the map there. He doesn't have much shot now. He's at 128%. Simon's put the damage on, and there the chain comes out one more time. And that'll do it. Simon with another win. Simon win. I'm sorry. I can't help myself. We got one more match. That was a pretty good one. Simon, again, proving that he and probably Richter as well are going to be really tough competitors in the league. He'll go to 2-0 after beating literally the #1 and #2 from last season. So that's crazy. That's crazy. Lastly, we got the #3 from last season. It's Mario himself. The man himself who the division was named after last season. Versus Hero. the guy who is named after what most of these guys here are, I guess, other than, of course, the villains. And I don't know, I guess like the princesses and stuff. Mario, Hero, 1-0 both. Should be good. No, we should, I guess maybe time will only tell, but Hero could be good. Mario is usually pretty good. Mario only had to take on Greninja last set, though. Hero took on Terry. Terry beat Marth this time around, who again beat Byleth last time around, who again beat Peach this time. That's not confusing. Once these new fighters get a few matches in, like I said, the last couple sets, maybe around 5 sets in, we'll start seeing some patterns. Maybe not patterns after 5 sets, but we should at least get some idea of what fighters are like. It'll probably take an entire 10 games to start seeing any patterns. Almost half the season. Ten would actually be half the season, of course, being 21 sets, but 1 bye for everybody, since there's 21 fighters in each division, everyone fighting each other once in the division. We're tied up here, but Mario's in 90%, so not amazing for him right now. Hero trying to use that magic. That there magic. Mario dodged that poison mushroom. That was nice. He's having a lot of trouble though here. Hero is looking quite good. He's up a stock. He's at 43 now. I mean, Mario is really just I guess a few hits away from maybe taking him out. Just like Hero was a few hits away from taking Mario to 42%. And Mario is in a lot of trouble here. 1 stock, 42% left on him. $63, $61. Hero's got an extra stock. Well, definitely a lot going on with that fighter named Hero. And all his different magic. It looks like you can set it using some kind of lightning attack there. Perhaps. One of these days, maybe I'll play them all. And then I will know. Taking that water to the face, he didn't even care. Mario's got him up to 109 on his second stock, but Mario can barely... Yeah, he can't even take a hit. Hero used Explosion, basically. Self-destructed. That was actually awesome. But Mario dodged it. So it was... so that was kaboom. It I'm sure would have knocked Mario out. That was the reasoning behind it, is hey, I am up a stock. It's a good time to do it whenever I'm probably going to lose the stock soon, and my opponent also has a lot of percent. That was actually probably a perfect time to use it. Missed it though. Mario though, 154%. Hero at 36. Mario has a small chance, but it's not looking good. Speaking of small, Hero was small for a moment, back to normal. Mario trying to lay a little more damage on him. 64. Mario cannot take a hit. He took a hit, and there it is. Hero, another win. There you have it. There you have it. Very interesting. The old competitors not faring so well this time around so far. That's 10 matches for our set number 2 for red. Yoshi defeated Jigglypuff. Terry beat Marth. Zelda beat Greninja. Pit defeated Lucario. DK beat Young Link. Brawler, Brawler, beat Ryu. Byleth defeated Peach. King K Rool beat Dr. Mario. Simon defeated Kirby. And Hero beat Mario. And again, we had Pyra and Mythra on a bye. So it's a little tough to see, honestly, after last season, but let's check out where, after only two matches, where everyone stands, because, you know, things are a little different now after one match, I guess. Donkey Kong, Yoshi, Pit, Hero, Simon, and King K Rool have won both their matches. We got 6 of them at 2-0 right now. Interestingly enough, I think Pit up there. It's really the most interesting in my opinion. Pyra is 1-0, so she's next. It's in the 7th spot there. Undefeated also, just had her bye this time around. Then we got the 1-1s that lost today are Mario, Dr. Mario, and Marth. But Terry comes from where I had him at the very bottom, just because it doesn't really matter. But he's now goes from 0-1 to actually the third best, where I have him now, at least in the 1-1s, because he beat Marth, who's 1-1 now as well. And then we have, of course, after him, Zelda, Byleth, Brawler. They won today, and they were 0-1. Them and Terry, 0-1s that won, and now 1-1. And then we have Jigglypuff at 0-1 behind them, and she would be the number 15 spot right now. She would actually be from Dr. Mario. It would be Dr. Mario, Terry, Marth, Zelda, Byleth, Brawler, and Jigglypuff, the ones moving if for some reason all things ended after 2 matches. And then finally, the bottom 6 are 0-2s, which sadly is Kirby and then Peach, and then Lucario, Young Link, Ryu, and Greninja. So sad to see Lucario back down there. Sad to see Greninja starting down there. Our Pokemon buddies there. But even more sad to see the number 1 and number 2 way down there, Kirby and Peach. But that's okay. Only 2 matches in. We shall see what happens next time. But speaking of next time, the next actual set we'll see is the green set 2. And that is going to be Toon Link versus Mega Man, Villager versus Bayonetta, Luigi versus King Dedede, Lucina versus Sheik, Link versus Bowser Jr., Kazuya versus Little Mac, Shulk versus Corrin, Wolf versus Bowser, that's going to be good, Mewtwo versus Piranha Plant, the Mii Gunner versus Diddy, and Chrom is going to have a bye. And our next set for red, for set 3 for them, we're going to have, in no particular order, Hero versus Zelda. Ooh, might be good. Terry versus Mario, could be decent. Greninja versus Young Link. Marth versus Peach. Yoshi versus Pyra could be good. Simon versus Lucario. King K Rool versus Ryu. The Mii Brawler taking on Jigglypuff. Byleth versus Kirby. And Donkey Kong versus Dr. Mario. And Pit is on a bye. Until then, folks, I hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoy the ones to come. Hope you enjoy the other content on the channel. Go like, subscribe, comment, check out that other stuff. Check out the community tab and all the other random tidbits we have there. Might be starting something else soon here, so be on the lookout. Subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'm Randy with Nerds Templar. I will see you in the next one, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate AI League, Season 1. Peace out.